hello. Hopefully things should be running smoothly. Doesn't have that nice transition between scenes anymore. Because, oh, I guess, yeah, okay, let me just switch that to a fade. Yeah, that'll be nicer. Let me just double check something. Yes, that's so much better. um, I'm using Streamlabs desktop version now. Ooh. But where did little me go? I should be right here. Where did I go? My little bean has wandered off. What the hey? It was running fine just a couple of seconds ago. Let's see. The file should be fine. There we go. Guess I just had to half refresh that. Ooh. Put me right back there in the corner. So audio should be a little better this time around. But, you know, we'll see as we continue onwards. I was also working on somebody's ref, which included a weapon. So let me just casually realign that so I can save it and continue on. Whew. Anyway, slip on the tablet glove so I can just glide across the screen. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So I've set up the base for your tokens. Yes, it's that spear. I don't remember what they called it, but it was a very specific and unique spear. They kind of yeeted a couple of reps at me. It's like, this spear, this is the spear that must be the spear. And it's like, I got you. But yeah, I'm gonna casually lower the audio output for myself, but it shouldn't change too hard if I just increase that. Haha! Finding ways around everything I do. All right. So Eric, I read your email and I pulled up the 3 refs. I'll let the dealer choose. Which one would you like me to work on first? Between Zarya, Victor, or Mortis. Ah, Mortis, okay. Let's see. This layout does not allow me to actually look at it very much, so I have to do this. So this stuff, settle mass of the facts, enlarge. Oh, memory mask with all the same markings and minus the ones on the cheeks. Resemble a skull now. So they're pretty much like a cyborg now. Okay, alright. I can dig it. And the mask will now be made out of bone. The lower jaw will still be seen, but the cover of the breast. Yeah, that's doable. work from a distance first. So like when I work on tokens now, I tend to I'm slipping back into like what busts are supposed to be. So very, very rarely, if I'm feeling it and it's like a special treatment, will the token get like the hands and that those kind of gestures. It's really what works. But honestly, like the baseline is usually shoulders up. So you've been actually getting a lot of special treatment, Eric. All things considered. Now that's not me complaining, that's just me stating something. But yeah, hi Lilsey. I designed this person a while back. I distinctly remember. Because I was when I started introducing the new shading technique for the noses. Where where the nose would have like this gradient going up it. I don't know, it was just something I liked. But yeah, so let's see if I can get this character to look more android-like. Do they, well, since you're here, would the cloak be the same, or is this without the cloak, by the by? Since you're here, may as well ask. Okie dokie, you got it. Let's sharpen their profile a little bit more. Oh, I'm glad they enjoyed it. Resemble a skull. Mask with all the same markings, but it'll resemble a skull now. So the mask itself is not shaped like people face anymore. It's a like half skull, correct? That's what I'm getting from this description. Okie dokie. Ba 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 da. Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you. What the? Did my music stop? It did. You punk. Get back playing. I said play. Bruh. Fine, I'll just refresh the page. Come on, go. Chop chop. Any day now. You're almost there. Come on. There we go. The freaking slowness that like this freaking computer gets just running my entire streaming rig. Ugh. It's a lot, but it'll manage. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Let's do something like the dark sclera. Freaking love that. Looks good always. You can never go wrong. Let's try something. I really should hotkey the flip. I don't have to keep going back and forth like slightly off camera just to get it. But whatever. Hang on. Bruh, why do you keep stop playing? Come on, continue. Jeez Louise, this frickin' player is just driving me a little up the wall. Oh, if only I can listen to other things without having to worry about it. It's like, oh, well, Mir, you don't have to have the music on. It's like, yeah, it's true, I don't have to. But to fill the silence, you know? She still has like that nice, strongish jaw. Let's kind of do like semi-mechanized look. Some like nodules here. They don't have to be like crazy defined currently. They just are to fill the area. I'm feeling like a jut here. Maybe let's zoom out a little. A nice like pectoral panel almost. I think that'll be got a nice accent. Honestly, it depends on a couple of things, but yeah, it's whatever. Increase brush size. It's also maybe give them like a nice like socket here. Kind of encroaching on like sci-fi design wise, but you know, we're here to have some fun. See how much we can bend it. without going a little too overboard. Because this, I don't think it's like entirely, I don't know. Warforged are in that weird vein of like, we're kind of sci-fi, but also magic, but also, yeah, we're there, we exist. Excusez-moi. Yeah, they are just golems. Golem. Anyway, I'm not too happy with this weird jetting thing. Yeah, the way I work, like when it comes to these designs, it's like if it's something new, I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until like it feels good to me. It's like, oh, but sometimes you can waste a little too much time doing that. It's like, yeah, but the results are worth it. Usually, anyway. That's just my opinion. Gonna just clear that out a little. Shrink these down just a smidge. I think would work out well because like if they are, you know, cyborg or whatever, it's like for me, I'm trying to find that balance between what they, you know, what they used to be and what they are now. So for me right now, I'm trying to reestablish like the old eye shape. Because like when it comes to tokens that have you know, like this was them then, this is them now, and blah blah blah. Hi, Dem. I like to have them relatively in a similar pose, so then you kind of like overlay them. But it's just for that air of familiarity. But that's just me. That's just me. Like I can always like revisit and just like change it if I, you know, don't like it. But yeah, so let's this is a face plate, so just want to get where the contours will be. Demo, we normally awkwardly line up during our streaming hours, so this is interesting that you stopped by. A lot of people are playing Elden Ring and just are having fun with that. You already know my computer situation, so yeah, can't play certain computer games because I'm on a Mac. I'm testing out the teeth right now. Like how skull-like is this gonna be? Yoink. Let's grab the whole head here and let's just move it down a little. I'm gonna stretch it just a smidge. God, I'm not feeling this playlist. But Wait, is that why this thing's been acting funny? Because I wasn't logged in? Ugh. For shame. Let me in. Go to my likes. Any day now. Let's try this one. Yeah, that'll be fine. Whew. Anyway. Ooh, wrong way, wrong way. Ugh. The interesting thing is, like, when you're working on stream and you have like the stream preview on another window, you can see exactly where you've messed up, and that's me right now, where I'm like, no. That's fine. It's whatever. This is a sketch anyway, so you know we go back and we fix it and make the edits where we need to. Yeah, let's consider maybe, I don't know, do we keep the ears? Eric, do she keep her ears, or do we like redo them for something else? Oh boy, you're putting the power in my hands. Okay, well, I guess we will see. Because this is a mask, which means that most of her is still here. So let's treat it that way then. See what we get. And if we don't like it, we can always, you know, casually lop them off. No pressure. No pressure, Mortis. You may or may not keep your ears. It's like, this is fine. I didn't keep most of my body anyways. Like, okay. It sucks to suck. I'm sure. Let's increase the brush size here. Let's see what we got. So the symbol is gonna stay here, but the cheeks aren't not there anymore, so that's fine. We can work with that. Let's just treat this like for a placeholder anyway. Yeah. Honestly, Babby, that was like freaking me earlier. I just kept, oh my gosh. My hearing just kept going in and out, so that was interesting. You know, like sometimes just like it's just like a ringing sound. It was an interesting experience that I would not like to repeat, but you know, here we are. Like one of my ears just kind of, like the sound wouldn't go through it anymore, and it was just like, ree. I also realize, oh, it's not? Well, oh well. This thing's supposed to be skull-like, so I imagine got like the the bridge area that's, you know, open here. Whatever. Also, thank you for the follow, Demu. I totally heard it on the stream alert that is on, I swear, I guess. I don't know why this thing has just been a little funky lately. Do I have to freaking... let's see. That's alright. Alert display. This should be working just fine. Let's try a follow real quick. No, yeah, it works when I do it, so hell if I know. Whatever, maybe I'm just smooth brain about this. Hey, cat.
Hello. Ooh, who is this lad?
I'm working on a commission right now.
It's really cool.
And it's like this elf, dark elf, pretty much. That's kind of in summary, our partial Warforged now, so like D&D cyborg. Probably. Yeah, it's whichever. It's fine. How you doing, dude?
Good. How are you?
Occasionally losing my mind, but you know, that's nothing new. Let's do this chest panel this way. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like how this character is more or less going to look. So it's a lot of like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I think doesn't say not to keep the hair. It's just like they've been largely augmented with Warforged tech. So yeah, I think I'm going to definitely keep the hair more or less, because this on their face is a mask. So yeah, it's just going. Damn it! No! Okay, well, now they're bald. That's fine. It's not like I wanted to give them a cool style or anything. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Eric. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this is your character, Behemoth. That's really cool. I love, like, augmented characters. Half animatronic or cybernetic sort of things.
Please tell me they at least have a nose, because I don't want to just make this like face hole and stick a nose in it and then it's not there. And then it's not supposed to be there. I mean, it's okay if it's not, but I'm just kind of like, oh no.
On your commission sheet, just have like the things I won't do, and it's like no noises. No to no noises.
No noses. Oh yes, they have a nose. Oh, thank goodness. Good. Cool. Awesome. Good to know that their nose is still there. Or whatever. Have their nose like wide.
Man, I just got on a big automaton kick like 2 weeks ago too.
Yeah, I know. you were showing me some of your work, and I was like, hey. And also saying that your boy still was getting hosed down. Your lad. Uzu, hello. I guess I should make a habit of posting when I'm streaming on Twitter. I don't do it very often because I'm forgetful and or lazy.
So if a bunch of fools come in, those might be my fools. You'll recognize them because they'll hop in and immediately go ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Oh gosh. That's fine. It's it's whatever. It's not like I mind or anything. Like drinking or I mean like
God,
more power to you, dude.
I would have been able to work at the bank longer if I was allowed to drink.
Ain't that a mood? Goodness.
I envy Uzu.
More power to you, Uzu. Let's get rid of the bottom. Whoop.
Man, like I never drank a lot. I'm like you lived with me, you knew. I wasn't like a big drinker, but after
That's
I was not a big drinker.
I know, but they don't know, and I could just totally. I'm kidding. You didn't. You just pretty much sipped water or tea or like
coffee,
soup and coffee. Yeah.
Soup.
Soup,
Yeah,
soup,
and then
soup.
I it really took off after I started that or that job at the bank. You could exactly see where my mind went. I started that job at the bank, and ever since then, I would get home and I'd be like, "Man, I need a beer."
Oh no. Well, sometimes you just need a drink, God, these eyes are still so freaking huge. Okay, it's fine. I can fix them. That's why we have the lasso tool. It's like, stop looking at me with those big old eyes. So let's see. Let's look back at the description. As a whole one, so nobody close to the warfare reference below. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Gotta increase the brush size again.
Technically, you don't gotta. You can just go back and forth a lot of times.
Why would I want to do that? That sounds incredibly inefficient.
Yeah.
Okay. God dang. Okay, I see your point. Shoot. I am a fool for not having seen the ways of.
Yeah, just why work smart when you can work hard?
Yeah, sure, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, it's the hip new thing.
Hip new thing. Kind of on
the time is now, old man.
Gosh, I was on the fence of these ears, so let's see if we lose the ear privileges. What do we get?
I love the way you do ears.
That's just... Oh, well, thank you. I do my best. Maybe. Nah. I don't know. Like it breaks up the silhouette, but. Because not all of her has been augmented just yet. So I feel like we should still have like this space back here.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, like, even though the mask is skull-like, we can have it also resting over, like, part of the ear, maybe. Kind of like, I don't know, fashion choice. So move this triangle a little. I love like flipping the camera around for no reasons too, just just for fun, for my
It's
pics.
good for like gauging what you need to tweak.
Well, yeah, but I do this like like it doesn't make any sense, but I just do it because it's fun.
Well, in that case, you're flipping it additional times for all the times I don't flip it, so
Oh well.
I need to get better about that.
Where you flip it late and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Exactly. Like you flip it and it's like,
Like it's gotten significantly worse.
I've drawn so many like tilting characters by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'll be like, yeah, they're standing up straight, and then I'll flip it and I'll be like
Just that sound of distress got me. Got in that mood.
I'm the budget sound effects for the stream.
The budget sound effects.
Yeah.
It was like a little heart attack. Oh gosh. Let's pretend. See what her eyes would look like. Let's get another one here. Yeah. And let's get the darker color in. And for aesthetics, let's make the middle brighter. Oh, are you? Okay, I'm bracing myself. Go for it. I'm looking at my Discord, Uzu. You have my full attention. You have my full undivided attention, Uzu. Come on, let's do it. Look, come on, bring it. Okay, there it is.
The floating fruit.
Let me send a reaction to this. Because I can't play it without my Discord picking it up. Therefore, my my Streamlabs will pick it up. But I have seen this. I have seen it. So let me just send you an cat. That's how that makes me feel.
I can send you something cursed to send back.
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
Give me a competition.
No. Like, trust me, my computer cannot handle like the back and forth too much.
I have a picture of a crab, a centipede made of crabs eating a bowl of beans.
Cat, please. You're so cursed. You're so
Zeus says, I love that. Kindred spirit.
Oh, please. Gosh.
Well, apparently this is a genre. I was gonna see if it can be Googled. I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, can I tell people Google it or will that not take them anywhere? But it can be Googled. Not only that, but it's a genre. There's multiples.
Hang on, just saving progress. Wait, did this save to my freaking desktop? I guess it did. Okay, whatever. No harm, no foul. Let's do like sections here that are still in the organic region, because not all of them have been augmented just yet. Do like a little bit here. Yeah, that'll. I think that'll be in a satisfactory vein, methinks. I think the nose is looking a bit dark, but you know, it's whatever. Turn that off. I'll just get rid of some of these so when I turn back on the color, it won't be looking nearly as dark. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, this looks better. Just save it again. Ooze is just like just laughing on the side. God. Uzu, guess what? The you know that game that I told you about? The like the cyberpunky one. Yeah. It's starting up, yeah, and Chris is gonna be in it. And the first thing he tells me is, I want to be a medic, but I also want to blow stuff up. And it's like, oh no. So you're just like that meme. I'm a medic, but. So I'm expecting like some maybe intense pistol whipping or something. But, you know, we'll see. But yeah, you know, it's whatever. Put him under smack. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Babby's in it as well, and so is Lulzy. So that's going to be an interesting group. Needless to say, a lot of them are just kind of partial agents of chaos, depending on scenarios. Yeah. The with their powers combined. Oh no. Yeah. But yeah, I was like going through. God damn it! Let me just do this in freaking block. I was going through player selections essentially, based on like the time slots they had available and how well they mesh with other people and stuff. Yeah. And I'm kind of now a little nervous because of how chaotic I know like some of them can be, like creative thinking wise. I mean, I brought this upon myself. Like freaking Babby already told me like, oh, this is how I'm gonna do it. And I don't want to like give spoilers because I feel like the introduction to this character is gonna be really funny. Um, God. Oh well, thank you. That makes one of us.
Like a chaotic party make for the most fun.
No. Huh?
I feel like a chaotic party make for the most fun stories.
Oh yeah, no, no doubt. Like that's personally me as a player because I love being that agent of chaos. Um, but also like I'm just waiting for the insanity to arise. You know. But I know some of them are very like a manageable crew. Uh, but I think this is why like I'm running Sprawl instead of like another White Wolf campaign, just because it's not as stressful to run, and you can have like more shenanigans. I feel that'll be because like oh man, there's so much of me that I wish like I could have done for the initial World of Darkness campaign I ran, which like my main downfall was just running too many people. Like Lulzy's told me this, you've told me this. Cause I was dumb and being like, oh man, I can handle it. You're like, no, no, you can't, Mir. I'm like, yes, yes, I can. And then towards the end, I was like, I can't do it. So I'm my own camel that broke my own straw on my back and stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's just, I put too much straw on the camel. The camel couldn't handle it. The camel being me. But I have faith. I have faith this time around. But yeah, we're only up to 4 uh people right now because like the maximum the campaign can hold. I say campaign because it's like it's really weird how Sprawl is run, in my opinion. But uh yeah, just bear in mind what I said before because it's very easy to like bring in people. Because I distinctly remember what happened to this one dude that joined a Sprawl game that I was in. Like he was like, oh, he's gonna be our 4th player. And what I ended up doing to help introduce him was that he was a takeout delivery person, yeah. And his code name was 12, and the reason why it was called 12 was because he could deliver anywhere, didn't matter how far it was, anywhere it was in the city under 12 minutes, like, you know, within that time frame. And that's why he was called 12. And so I ended up ordering fast food from his workplace. And he's like, okay, well, it'll be this much. And I'm like, I don't have that much. And I proceeded to drag him into the base, being like, you know too much now. He ended up getting involved that way. In the underground bullshit that we were doing. But yeah, I don't remember like, yeah, you know too much, takeout man. I don't remember what exactly it was that like what he was playing specifically like stat wise, but he worked almost like a parkour samurai, and it was very interesting to say the least. And it was very nice to have somebody else who had muscle other than me, even though I leveled up in such a way where I could uh, take on multiple people by myself, which was pretty nice. Though initially it was like, what do you call it? I technically wasn't supposed to be able to do that. So when the team was like, "Oh gosh, our this one dude that we're supposed to hand deliver to this other place is being intercepted by these other people who are also interested in his bounty. What are we gonna do?" And I'm the only person who has like the muscle to deal with it. So I end up fighting like, what was it, like 7 to 8 people by myself, and succeeded. And this is technically something you either had to roll really 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 good on, or just die. And I rolled a really high, and I proceeded to just take on like all these people by myself, in a very anime-esque sort of described scene. And oh man, I loved it. I'm still just like fangirling over it because my DM was like, "Oh, it's raining." I was like, "Of course it's raining. What cyberpunk theme world is it never raining?" But I remember taking out my laser sword, or my like laser edged blade, and just having my DM, like, he described, like, you could hear the raindrops hitting like the heat of the blade and turning to steam with each little hiss. And I was like, that's so good. I love it. But yeah, oh, it was so good, delicious. It's just like good soup, you know? It's good soup. I don't know why I'm calling it good soup. I'm just also using like the liquify brush right now, just to move things around where they need to. Shoot, get out of here. Yeah. But yes, Babby, the cooler June. Shut your face about that already. I already know that was going to be the only cool version of June that I would get to play.
Was it like Diet June and June Zero?
What? What? How? Ooh! How dare you! Oh my gosh! You know what? I should just make the little freaking just like a little hamster cage transparency just to drop on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't. Ooh. This is fucking Diet June. Shut. I can't stand you.
Christmas time. Can I interest you in a June cranberry?
Can't. Listen, it's not my fault. I'm playing him in another campaign that just has no appreciation for how warlocks go. Okay, so leave me alone. Can't believe you've done this. I trusted you. Just getting bullied. It's fine, I guess. June classics. Stop comparing June to beverages. Oh my gosh. Ugh, June is like, ugh. The original June is just kind of the shittier version of the sci-fi June, and I'm so mad. It's so true. Gosh. I don't know. One day I will find. Oh my God, Mountain June, shut your face! Ah, I'm being bullied. Gosh, trying to get the contours of this mask down, and I'm just getting bullied. Can't freaking stand. So I sit. Let's just do. Gosh, I keep clicking the wrong one. I just don't want like these bangs to be that large, you know? It's a mat, like it's a skeleton mask, not a vampire, not an Oni. I think what would work very well for this character, let me just so I model it more for what the like this Warforge's mask looks like, then I'd have to create like a thicker brow ridge, kind of like that, which gives them a more aggressive look. So yeah, like I said, it's like a lot of back and forth. It's never always done, because I felt like we need to pick up the aggression, you know. They're too almost too soft.
Sweet.
Too sweet. Too, yeah, just too sweet. Can't freaking, just getting bullied around. That's probably what I deserve. Gosh. What was it? Just like sharp teeth. No, not feeling that. I am feeling like the ridge that's going on here, that I like. Feel like this should continue upwards. No, I figured. I mean, with a name like that, you're not trying to not do some edge, so.
The whole genre of Latin for death-related things names ruined for me after Mortimer.
I remember more.
Raccoon Fingers lady.
Freaking. Let's just give them a lobotomy. Jesus Christ.
It saved everyone a lot of trouble.
Probably, yeah, but don't. Jesus. Okay, that's a little better. Let's go back in and just get rid of some pieces here. Yeah, that's looking a lot more aggressive. I like that. Goodness gracious. Increase that, bring that back down. Let's just move the eye color. Black sclera again, see how that works out.
How does the Sprite Cranberry jingle go again?
I
For
don't know.
absolutely no reason suspicious whatsoever.
What? Why? Because now you're being suspicious. You're being very sus and I don't like it. What's going on? What if I actually make it red? Like all red? Ooh. Ooh.
Want a Sprite Cranberry. Okay.
You want a Sprite Cranberry?
Basically.
Well, was the jingle have to do with it? Is it just because you didn't remember it, or?
I don't remember if it was want a Sprite Cranberry or if it was some other like iteration of that, like can I get a Sprite Cranberry for some reason? Like I Berenstein Bared myself.
Ain't that just the way? Hey, Vex. Oh yeah, this is fitting a lot better. I like that more.
Looks pretty. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to use up all my allocated curse, but the substitute sounds pretty stupid too. Because I was about to say that's pretty badass, but I'm like, my brain's like, say bad booty. It's better censored.
Badass is acceptable. What are you? Bad booty. It's
Well,
very
that's
bad
pretty
booty.
bad.
Well,
Pretty
you know,
bad
we'll call it
booty.
bad booty too. Why not? You're silly. It's bad booty is what it is. Oh my gosh.
Oops, I misspelled June.
Huh?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
That doesn't sound like nothing.
Hang on. Don't look in your chat.
What do you mean don't look at my chat? What
Okay,
did you
now look in
do?
your Discord.
I'm looking. What did you do? Oh, it's
It's
so
in the
slow.
Discord.
God damn it, cat. Why? Is that... God, I can't stand you. I can't stand you either, Babby. Oh my lord. The both of you are in timeout. Also, that I will admit that does look really cute, but also shut up. Let me just copy image and just share with the class, eh?
Does this quantify as fan art?
Yeah, I guess. I I'll just drop it on top, but yeah, this is what Cat drew. I can't stand you. There you go. You happy?
If you want, you can send me a full image of like the party, and I'll draw them all as different sodas.
There is no full image of the party. It's only that dumb meme thing that I did of them. Like, maybe there's only 3 of us that are actually fully drawn, and I'm still the illustrator. Gosh. Can't freaking... Oh, this... The big... I forgot how zoomed in I was. Jeez. This is my content. You know, drawing, getting bullied, drawing some more. This is acceptable, right? I'm feeling like the zone around the eyes will just be like significantly darker.
Did I ever tell you of the name of the town we almost bought a house in? Except the house isn't for sale anymore. Too slow.
No.
We almost got to move to Bippus.
Bippus?
Bippus.
What does that mean?
Bippus. Like
Wait, spell it.
Bippus. Bippus.
Gosh. But you
There's like...
didn't get to get it?
No. I wanted it because there's like nothing in Bippus except some houses, a church, and a really haunted looking cemetery.
Is that why you wanted it?
No, I wanted it so that whenever people sent me letters, they'd have to mail them to Bippus.
I'm not even surprised because that is a definite reason why you would want to move to a place. You get letters from your family and they're just like, please move. We want to stop addressing these
The
letters
post office makes
specifically
fun
to
of
a place called Bippus.
us.
Gosh.
I kind of always, when I was in Georgia, I kind of always wanted to go to that swamp, like possibly live in that swamp called Okefenokee. Just to be like, I live in Okefenokee.
Do you think that's why people live there?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody that lives there for that reason.
It's like an alternate universe version of you doing that. I can see it.
There's also I know there's a town in Virginia. We drove past it and I couldn't believe it existed called Po Folk.
Yeah.
Like a po boy. How it's like poor boy. It's a town called Po Folk, like poor people.
Jeez.
I'm like, who names these places?
I have an answer, but it's probably not a nice one, but yeah, it's whatever. Freaking Americans. Swear. Are you going to go to Bippus one day? Do you think?
Maybe. There's a place in Ohio that's just called PP Ohio.
Uh-huh.
It's PP Creek, Ohio.
No. No. PP Creek, Ohio. No. Why? Just why? Like, I'm not surprised, but also.
It's named after a pioneer whose name was Paul Payne. So PP.
That name did not age well. Like, like they had to know what they were doing. Like, there's no way. Like, I refuse to believe that they're just like, oh yeah, this is what we're gonna call it. It's like, are you sure? Like, I feel like we're gonna regret this down the line. It's like, nah, why would we? What could possibly go wrong?
Have you ever seen the images of like Google Maps? It's like a 36-hour drive across the US from PP Creek to Poo Poo Point. Like these are the things the people actually named these places.
I know.
But you can't tell me that like if you got the opportunity to name a town, you wouldn't like name it something ridiculous.
I don't know. I've never had the opportunity to name a town, Kat.
Well, you know, if I ever get the opportunity to name a town, if one day someone's like, we're gonna draw names from a hat and my name is drawn and I get to name the town, I'm gonna name it June Cranberry. Circle back around.
You know, I have the power to eject you from this call, right?
You do?
Executive
I stare up at
decision.
God in defiance every day.
Jesus. It's just like no fear. I think this concept is in a decent spot for now. So we'll we'll leave her as is
It's very
for
cool
the time
looking.
being. So we're gonna call this folder Mortis. Let's get another folder. Okay. That's good. Alright. We could try Victor or we can try Zaria. Humst. Alright, Victor it is. Cowboy. He's on. Oh yeah, that's right. Victor's the daddy of these two. Right. Okay, I got you. It's like American Vampire stuff right here. That's literally where this comes from. I know I have the entire series on in one of my comic drawers. Let's see. All right, let's see what we can come up with. A. Gorsh. Dislowered fangs. Let's give him like more of a cocky face here. Yeah, that'll look good. I kind of want to have like that like nose bridge ridge going on. Supposed to kind of emulate the looks of his kids, but he has shades of black, hair blonde. Okay.
Hemoth saying the look of a man right before he kneecaps his son with revolvers and tells him to get good. That is some A plus parenting. That's how you get your kids to get good. How else are
Jesus.
they gonna get good?
Uh, I don't know. You kneecap him again?
Yeah. If he gets good, he won't get kneecapped.
Grade A parenting? Gosh. Terrible. Just make him kind of sleazy, greasy looking. Oh. Cowboy. Victor Holiday? That's an interesting name. It's like I can't really do Western accents. But just imagine like boy, I'm ready to pistol whip you if you don't get your act together. And just like, whoosh, like, get good, my son.
My son.
My son.
Get on over here, boy.
Get good.
Hey, what's
Are you
that over
winning
there?
yet?
Whoop out! Shouldn't have fell for it.
Are you winning yet, son? Like, Pa, I'm doing my best. Well, do better.
Don't call me.
You don't paw me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. How awful would it be if he treated both of his kids like the same damn way just because they're like both. Like, he doesn't differentiate like either of them. Like, they're both like, oh, you'll get your shit together eventually. Which one are you? Like, oh yeah.
Oh, I'm hurt. I'm hurting real bad. I'm hurting real bad. I'm Paul.
No. I'm Paul. And then I fired and then I missed.
That scene on The Mummy, the sequel, the Brendan Fraser Mummy, where he like the mercenary, the kid's like annoying the mercenary, and the mercenary pulls a knife out and he just like stabs it into the table right between the kid's fingers, and the kid's like, "Whoa, good shot that was!" And the mercenary's like, "What do you mean? I missed."
I missed.
Oh, it's such a good movie. Both the first two movies were so good.
Freaking fear though.
The The first one especially is so good. Like Rick O'Connell just has mega barbarian energy. His headbutts his way out of everything. The mummy screams at him, he just screams back.
Wouldn't you?
No, like angry screams.
Uh,
Imhotep like shrieks at him and he like looks back and he's got his little angry eyebrows and he's like, "Ah!"
How'd the mummy react?
He ran off then.
The mummy?
No, he shot him. He shot him with a shotgun.
Oh.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Like it's in the same vein of goofy adventure movies, but like heartfelt, like Indiana Jones style.
Mm-hmm.
Just super campy and unapologetically campy, but like really good movie. Definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend. Don't watch the third one ever.
Wait, this is the mummy, right?
Yeah. Like the 1999 Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 1999. Yeah, it's 1999.
Oh, freaking God. I'd have made this guy of I don't want to comment on it. Because Babby's listening and Babby's is gonna bully me.
You don't need to worry about Babby bullying you if I bully you first.
Hmm.
Then you'll be numb to the pain.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's how that works, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna. I don't know. I really like characters that kind of look in this kind of theme where they're just not really like grungy, but just like aged like shitty fine wine, you know? Like they
Typically, we
look
call that.
cool, like they're rugged. Um but yeah, I feel like
So less like aged like wine, more like aged like vinegar.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I don't know. I like character designs like that. It's just like it looks
Mhm.
cool, but also just like whoa.
Yeah.
But I feel like I definitely kind of put this dude in the vein of I mean like I know he's supposed to be like their dad, but he's kind of like that weird like vinegar daddy energy, and I hate it. I don't take that back, Eric. God. Yeah. Oh, lucky me, Babby wasn't paying attention, so good. Or she heard it and just kind of marking it down, like I'll get her for that later. Just gonna pop in, call, and be like, "What'd you say?" It's like, no, no, no. It takes your money. Uzu. No, why did you type it down? Can't believe you've done this. Thought you were freaking drinking. Thought you weren't paying attention. God. Also, like my freaking viewer count isn't always accurate, so like I can't ever tell if what I'm doing is like cursed and I just like lose viewers or they're still here or whatever, because I think it's counting people who are both like they're that are logged in specifically. Not so much People who don't have an account. Or whatever. I don't really care. It's because I don't really have my settings to being like, only people who have verified accounts can view and blah. It's like, it's whatever. It's nice, but it's whatever. Well, yeah, that's true. You can. Okay, yeah. You got me there. Let's also have, like, let's do this callback to, like, kind of what his son is wearing. Yes. Kind of want his hair to be a little, like, almost like whisker-like. Like, it's just kind of peeking out at different angles. It just, I don't know, makes him feel more alive.
Less like wine, more like vinegar.
Yeah, less like wine, more like vinegar.
Smooth hair is for wine daddies. Crazy hair is for vinegar daddies.
Believe. His kids ended up like, oh, we got blue eyes, and their dad is just like, fucking normies. You may as well be considered normies. You failures. Can't even be cool like your pa.
Aw.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Ha! I'm colorblind. I mean, maybe he is. Who knows? I'm not. I don't play him. I'm just designing him. Colorblind. This is dumb. Should you, like, I don't know. They just have this fight, right? And you should just drop the line like, "Are you winning yet, son?"
Stream? I'm on stream.
Huh?
My cat is yelling at me.
Kitty.
Basically.
The
He likes
Nico,
to
right?
stand on my shoulder when he's hungry.
Go feed him. Unless
He
it's
doesn't
not dinner
get
time
dinner.
yet.
It's not. He's just hungry. No. You can't have McDonald's. You have McDonald's at home.
We have McDonald's at home.
I messed that up.
Gosh. Kind of want his hat to have like this, more of like a high-end swoop. So let's see if I can cheat that with a little liquify. Yeah, we're kind of getting there. It's a very mild edit, all things considered.
Do you need help? Dude.
Do you?
He might. He's rolling off his cat tree.
I'm just half expecting to hear just like a plop.
Basically. Have you ever met a creature that is not aware of their own size to such a degree that they don't actually know like what's too small for them?
Yes.
That's him.
Oh.
He like looks at a windowsill that's like, and I don't mean just a little too small. I mean like he would need to be a quarter of his size to fit up there. And he's like, yeah, I can make it. And he'll jump up and then he'll fall back off it and be like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Like, why didn't that work? There we go. I feel like Vampire Paw is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I feel like let's steal his kid's colors real quick. Just to test and see where his where he would be in the gray zone, you know.
But if he steals it from them, they won't have any left.
No, they should have gotten good. That. Because I don't tend to draw vampires like with full desaturation. You know that, but that's just me.
Okay.
But I don't draw vampires very often anyway, so.
I do.
I know you do. I did draw like a half dead looking werewolf once upon a time though.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
It took me like a solid 4 seconds. I was like, yeah. I'm sure you did. And I'm like, wait a minute! That's my half-dead werewolf!
It is. It is.
Boofer's the 9th.
Oh, God. Freaking so many boofers died in that campaign. They didn't have to, but they did.
Yeah, and he was touched by the Boofer's curse.
Well, he didn't die, though.
He didn't. He just went missing. I still love that, that little, like, doodle comic we got. because everybody was drawing everything then. The one that was just like, "Dear Tabitha, is there anyone you hate?" And then it's like Sarah XOXO.
Yeah.
And Cypher's like, "Who should we punish?"
Sarah sucks so hard. Oh my god.
Cypher's like, "Who should we punish? The actual war criminal or the child?" And Aldrich's like,
child.
"Kill the child."
Punish them, perish. Gosh.
Yeah. I forgot how much fun it was to play him. Just mostly calm old man. Mostly calm until Tabitha's like, "I want a dog," and he's like, "Oh, let me just blow up half the town." It got a little away from him.
He did it for her, I guess. I don't know. He did a lot of crazy things at her request, so that was funny.
It's like he said in the first game, first round he was in, first battle. He's like, "Well, get busy living or get busy dying."
He was living all right. Gosh. Yeah, this is vinegar daddy water. Ugh. Just testing out shirt colors. Yeah.
Now my cat's being a real jerk because he knows that I don't want to let him fall off his cat tree. So, like, the second I stop petting him, he sits up and then he starts to flop off his cat tree. He knows I'm gonna reach out to grab him.
Have you ever just let him roll off?
No, baby.
I mean, is this cat capable of landing on all 4 feet, or?
I don't think so. He's gonna roll backwards.
Oh. Just cha-cha slide off this mortal coil.
He's bonked his little head on so many things. Nico is definitely a good name for him because he's run full speed into a wall, bonked his head, and then looked startled and ran off.
Like, why did that happen?
I know.
It's like, I don't know. Why do you think it happened? I don't know. The wall was there. It was in the way.
He smacks Garrett in the morning. He won't smack me.
Still
he wants his
like
breakfast.
Good.
Yeah, he wants his breakfast. So one morning he like went over and like nudged his nose into Garrett, and Garrett tried to like kind of like shove him away because it was waking him up. So he stuck his hand out to do it, and he did it like twice in a row. So then he says all he remembered was opening his eye really groggy, seeing Nico like sit up all offended looking, and then Nico like bap, bap, hit him twice back. And ever since then, now when he wants breakfast, if Garrett's trying to sleep in, he goes up to Garrett and he like bap. Or he'll flop onto his whole face, because this cat is like huge. He's massive. And he'll just like stand perfectly next to Garrett, like perfectly parallel to him, and then flop sideways. Stop
like
that.
Someone needs to get good.
Bienvenue, Power Bottoms.
Oh my god. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the bully team, I guess.
Heck yeah. Hey.
The teams have been auto-balanced.
God, you're still just breathing behind her. Actually, hang on.
I sense a presence.
You smell really
happy?
I like your leave-in conditioner. It smells nice.
Okay, hang on. Let me just.
Here, I
Come on, let it
sampled the
go.
taste test myself.
Yeah. There you go. You can be normal size again.
Thank you.
Actually, wait, hang on. Let's just.
I have a question. I have a prompt for you two.
Uh huh.
Because Babby talking about conditioner made me remember.
Me?
Yeah. Have you ever... Oh my gosh.
I'm getting more
Okay, okay.
Have
okay,
you ever
okay.
said
Still want
something
that
with
in.
so much conviction
Uh-huh.
that you were believed without question?
Yes.
Yes.
I that's happened twice to me. One was the killing the buffalo story I told you about, with with my British friend, and then another one I convinced my mother that my father, who he's a big fat guy, um, I convinced my mother that my father owned a set of like Guy Fieri flame bedazzled male breast support items or bros.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even say it seriously, but I guess she just believed me. And so for like 2 years, my mother just thought that my dad wore bras with bedazzled flames on them.
Not just bras. This is specifically Guy Fieri bras.
Yeah, but you know, for to appeal to the male audience, they were called bros.
And she just believed you blindly.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I was like 12.
Oh, that's her own
And-
dumbass fault then. God.
Cause like I'm like, all right,
God.
I've turned on. I'm a human being. I've been a human being for a long time. You've known me since birth. You have to know my dry sense of humor by now, woman.
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 You know what though? I could believe that if there was some kind of like male support, it would be called bros because like so okay. I like
It's
when guys keep themselves clean and tidy, and I don't have a problem like at all. I actually find it kind of attractive when guys have like vaguely traditionally effeminate things, like when they have heels on their shoes. I'm like, yes, you know. So
mhm.
there's this brand of makeup that was made for men, and it's things like it's not like super intense makeup. It's like concealer and stuff, just to like pep them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
They call it war paint.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Or like those tactical baby bags.
What? Why?
Vitamin water for men. It's just like pointlessly gendered shit.
Ugh. It's terrible. I can't stand it.
I know it is the worst.
I once said with so much conviction, I have a friend in Australia, and I once told him, in no uncertain terms, that to gauge the quality of hair conditioner, Americans had like taste samples.
Oh,
What?
Like you get in a Sam's Club where they put the little like hot dog weenies and toothpicks, and there's like 50 of them on a tray, and you can grab them.
Uh-huh.
Like that, like little teeny paper cups with the conditioner in it, and you taste it. And I was like, he started to believe me a little bit, and I was like, I gotta go all the way with this. I was like, you don't do that in Australia? Like, how do you even know what you're buying if you can't taste the conditioner? Like, you wouldn't put it in your body, but you'd put it on your head?
horrible.
Like, eventually he caught on, but for like the 2 minutes in which he believed me, I was like, yes. Come
I
on, Mira,
can't
you
believe
don't taste
you-
you don't taste conditioning?
you managed to take the piss out of an Australian. I give you daps for that. Like, holy shit.
Jesus.
I think it's because he was like more inclined to believe me after I told him that New York is not a fake place. Because he thought I told him once, he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm visiting New York." And he's like, "Oh, cool. Where in New York?" And I said, "New York." And he's like, "I know, but like, what city, what town?" I'm like, "The city of New York, in the state of New York." And he's like, "No, that's just something you Americans have made up to like trick foreigners into saying it twice." And I'm like, "No." But I had to send him a picture of a map to prove it.
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
He got me with the drop bears though, so we're even.
Oh. Oof.
The face mirror.
I'm sorry, I'm just listening to the freaking. I'm listening to you guys, and I'm also trying to do this dumb ref, so I was just like, my brain just kind of half turned off, and I'm like, I've already did it fucking wrong. Oh, there's my swear. But.
Vermeer.
Please, I'm gonna leave this in the corner for you.
I would give you mine, but I know I'm gonna use mine without realizing it.
What?
My one swear. I would
Oh.
give it to you, but I know it's gonna slip out the second I give it away.
Oh wait, there's a swear limit? No.
I think it's because I showed up and I was like, "Is there anything I'm not allowed to do? Like swear?" And Mir's like, try not to too much, but I mean, once or twice isn't gonna kill anyone. So, like today earlier, I tried to say badass, and I thought, oh, I have to censor that. That's
Oh, booty,
stinky
bad
word.
booty. I
Bad
heard
booty.
that. That was fantastic.
But it turns out we don't even have to censor that one. I just am a little extra.
Oh god, this face when I flipped it. It has a completely different energy. Let me just add on to this.
Always flip your work.
Yeah. Gosh. Black words, green, curly shoulder length. Okay. How curly is curly?
Question of the ages.
Do you know like the different levels of curly dude? Do you know like is it 5C? Is it
Yeah, do you know? Because there are different levels. Because I could make them like super tight. I could make them very loose. Dude, your player's casual busting me right now. All right, later, Uzu.
Uzu.
bye?
I'm doing it my way then.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
That was Babby's.
Wait, no, god damn it. I mean, god shit, fuck yeah.
You're already just ruining it.
Mir, Babby took mine. May I have another?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
No, the swears.
Please.
It's like,
May I
sorry,
have another
so-
F-bomb?
Sorry, son, we ran all out of fucks to give today.
You're just taking all of them, dude.
Sorry.
Babby, those were for next week.
They're for next week.
Oh, are we in an F-word deficit now? I'm sorry, Mia.
No. The F-word economy is gonna crash.
Swears
like-
in this economy?
It's like the toilet paper aisles. It's like 2 F-words per person, please.
God, get rid of this because it's in the way now. Chew.
Get out of here. Arr, face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a arr. Some sick curly hair. I love the way you draw hair.
Yes.
Yes. Just say placeholders, nothing too grandiose.
I said.
Oh god. This really doesn't have a body build, by the way. So, yeah. We're doing it live. By the way, I'm kind of going for an androgynous look because it didn't specify whether it was feminine or not, so...
Oh no.
I see Thieves Guild armor.
So what gender are you? A thief.
Thieves
No,
Guild.
but like, but like, what's in your pants? Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools!
Did you tell Babby about when you used to watch me play Skyrim? And I was like, you can do shouts in this game. So I showed her like the traditional unrelenting force shout, and so like I walked out of the, yeah, and I walked out of the palace, and like all the guards spawned in a single file line on the stairs, and it was in Markarth, so they're like all over a cliff.
Yeah,
And
I
she's
told
next
you,
to me,
I was
she,
like...
she leans up like, do the foos.
Do the foos. And you quick saved before you sent them like careening into like the raging river below.
Do the roar.
But it was a gaggle of guards, like more than 5.
Yeah. It was like every guard in Markarth all spawned in one location, and then it doubled. Because there was at least like 20 guys, and I've never seen that many guards in town.
How low did the frame rate drop after they all
Oh,
spawned?
they like, it was like, at a point, it was just looking at pictures of ragdolls.
It was funny though.
It was.
Now, you guys want to see a good time? I love the unrelenting force shout mod where it's like makes it sound like a fart. It is endlessly entertaining to me.
Of course it is.
Skyrim, if you're not modding it, I say as I play vanilla Skyrim like a scrub.
Ew, gross.
It was still funny just to see all those guards just go off. And it was funny because I would like occasionally scuttle to your room, like knock on the door. I'm like, what you doing? And you're like, I'm playing Skyrim. It's like, oh, can I watch? Because, you know, like I had some free time. Yeah, so that one day when I was like, oh yeah, do the foos to those guards. It was like perfect chaotic energy lineup. Because you're just like, yeah, look, I can do this. And you were just like, foostura. And you just foosed at, like, you know, random things. And I'm like, hey, does it work on people? And you were like, yeah. And I just, at some point, I was just quietly watching. And then we just saw, like, that gaggle of guards. And like, foos them now. Do it.
It's like, it's even an ongoing meme that it works on people. Because, so in, like, one of the DLCs in Dawnguard, the big vampire DLC... There's like is he the second to final boss that you can fight? And he's up on a cliff, and he's a humanoid boss. So, like, he's supposed to be difficult, but really all you have to do is just... Whoa. And off he goes. The whole boss fight avoided.
Perish.
Gosh.
I'll get you that game one day.
Huh?
When you get a computer that can run it.
Freaking one day, am I right? One day.
I think you command the perfect chaotic energy for it.
I miss
They
playing
took the bucket
video
out.
games. They aw.
The not the whole bucket, but like you used to be able to fly on the bucket, and I swear they took it out because I tried to do it, and ever since getting the new edition, and I couldn't.
You need a flying bucket permit.
Yeah.
Still remember that one time we were cooking in the backyard, and then because it's Savannah, it started raining.
Mhm.
And then you just stood by with an umbrella to keep both me and the meat dry. Because we were just like, we want this grilled meats.
What else am I gonna do?
Yeah, it was just funny. I think it was when you were living with me too that we actually got a grill.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we knew that there was like an old grill in the backyard, and it was in really poor condition, but we thought like we could salvage it. But in order to do that, we would have to have like scrubbed the heck out of it with steel wool.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's whatever. And then we got a new one, and it was like a baby one, and it worked so well and cooked so much meats.
You still have the grill?
It's not anymore. Like when I went to go check on it from like, you know, being in storage for so long,
Uh-huh.
it was not great because the storage area did not maintain it like full dry. So yeah,
Gross.
because you know
Sometimes
humidity.
with little, yeah, sometimes with little appliances like that, it's almost easier just to get a new one.
Yeah, I mean it was only like what, like 30, like somewhere between like 20 to $30, so that's not too bad. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's getting pretty windy here.
Windy, no. You know
Yeah,
what that means.
poo-poo, doo-doo internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a game to run tonight, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Isn't your game like in person though?
No, so it
Okay.
was in person. It's the same
Group.
different group. It's same world because I was, I only had two people playing. It was my roommate Booty and then her mom.
Mhm.
So, I was being tough, but kind of treating them with kids clubs. But I'm playing with Booty and then a couple of other people from one of her games because they were looking for a game. And then, Seth messaged me and he's like, "Hey, do you know any games that are like needing new players?" I'm like, "Well, since you asked." But yeah, supposed to be playing that this evening and running it. I've made it to Loman finally, and they're about to talk to the mayor. He's gonna be all like, "Do this thing for us. There's these mean bandits. Go kill. Then we give you the information you want."
Wait, so he's on time for that game.
He is not able to make it tonight. He's not feeling well. Excuse me, Behemoth, bad lady. It's your preconceptions. She's a big orc lady. Breathes fire. But yeah, hopefully the wind does not interfere because my internet is known to get kind of screwy whenever it's super windy and the trees are screaming right now.
It'd be like that sometimes, though.
Do.
It do. Fortunately, like,
Yeah.
whenever you hop off, that's also my key to stop streaming.
Yeah, get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah. So I learned that the time that you need to start DMing is the time where my stream actually like ends on its timer. So it's like,
Mhm.
perfect lineup. No way. It's very convenient. Oh yeah, I made some chocolate strawberries today. Nom, nom.
Oof. You had strawberries left over after
I
after
have
your
so many boxes of strawberries. Actually, I have a bowl over here full of strawberries. Thank you
Jeez.
for reminding me. Me. Bruh, you don't even. Okay. So, remember like how big those grapes were that I showed you? Like, to my
Yeah,
finger?
those little grapes, yeah.
Yeah. This strawberry that I'm holding is bigger than that.
Oh.
It's a big chunky lad of a strawberry.
A big chungus bungus.
Yeah. I really did slam that bowl down, didn't I? Sorry. I kind of lost my grip on it for a second, so yeah. Gonna keep drawing and also shoving this in my face.
He just
Well, I didn't like I didn't cut off the leaves for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I have easy grip.
Heck yeah.
I learned right now that drawing
Yeah.
with one hand
Uh-huh.
without having access to the keys is really annoying. just right now. Just figure that out right now. Oh my lord.
Sounds like it's time to decide, Mirror. Drawing or eating?
I'm no coward.
Mama didn't raise
I'll
no
do both.
quitter.
Hmm?
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
No. No, maybe occasionally a quitter, but who knows?
Sometimes.
Only sometimes am I a quitter.
Yeah, 60% of the time it works every time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, bruh, I have so many strawberries, it's not even funny. Cause the boxes, they were 3 for $5. You guess how many boxes I got?
$20 worth.
$5 bucks.
I got 6 boxes.
Can't believe.
I honestly would have gotten $20 worth, but there was not enough space in the fridge to put them.
Oh yeah. I'm guessing the rest of the fridge was taken up by other strawberries.
Oh no. Not all strawberries, Babby. But one shelf is now currently a lot of strawberries. So. That's one shelf. That's not even the whole thing.
It's an entire shelf of strawberries, Mia.
They're good, okay?
An entire shelf.
Bro, you wish you were me, just enjoying these
I
strawberries.
I do. I wish I was cool and funny and eating strawberries and good at drawing.
Okay, one, I'm not, we've been over this, I'm not funny. 2, I
You're
have
entitled to your
mild
wrong
comedic
opinion.
timing. That's not the same thing.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
God. If I was so funny, why do I have you and Kat here?
Because great
Because
minds think alike. Funny people
there's
drawing
a
other funny people. God.
there's a genre called slapstick, but for someone to get slapsticked, someone else has to be holding like the mallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Babby and I are for, is holding the mallet.
Oh my god.
I'm the slap, she's the stick.
We're the Jerrys to your Tom.
Yeah. You're Daffy
Bugs.
Duck, yeah, and we're Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny.
Both of you are freaking terrible.
Duck season.
We're the we're the to your
Gosh.
I used the I don't want to say the name. I don't want to alert the MCAs and immediate lawsuits, but I used the Ricky Rat voice for a dentist in our D&D game.
I still can't wait. Wait, hang on. Let me double check the chat real quick.
The Ricky Rouse.
Okay, good. Lulzy isn't here, so she doesn't get to hear this early.
You know, Mikey Moose.
No. The remember the NPCs we were talking about? Tim
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
Cynthia.
Yeah.
But they're just like Tim with a Y and Cynthia with an S. So it's like, it's cyberpunk, right? They're like the hipsters of the cyberpunk genre. I hate it. But yeah.
Cynthia. Like
Yeah.
synthetic. Because it's the future.
Because it's the future. I still like your character concept. Oh my gosh. Since the other players are not currently here, you can totally talk about it, by the way. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I'll talk about VV Vroom, which, now that I'm hearing it out loud, sounds like a really great drag name. But yeah, she's she's a driver. She goes skirt and Tokyo drifts. She is a pink loving pothead who got into the business and everything. She used to be a getaway driver for like her criminal underground family, and she was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a getaway driver. I wanted to go to art school. You guys never asked. So she just came up with. I'm debating on whether she came up with a plan to do this or she was just so high she didn't realize she did this, which would be also funny. But her family members who were grabbing a payload for a company that they were hired by, put the payload in her car and she just drove off with it. We had left them behind. And ended up using the money from the payload to just really outfit her car. And now she's super fast and super cool. And always now, she, with all the money she had, she has always stoned with this special pink strain of the devil's lettuce. I've actually been trying to come up with stupid, like, funny imaginary pot strain names.
Yeah.
For that perfect. Yeah, like one of them, let me see 1 second.
If it's pink colored, name it Fuzzy Handcuffs.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Oh my
Let me
god.
see.
Why are you helping?
Here's one of them. One of them I called Deep Space Funky Chunk.
Oh my gosh.
Super Boof. Super Senshi Sensei Supreme. Hotbox Hyperdrive, Hollerin' Hoo Ha.
Is any of this
Name one.
the girl herself?
Name one. Name one. I saw red vent.
Sussy Baka, the pot strain. Oh, here's one, Glitter Dookie. No.
Please.
Pinkie Pie Daydream from Mr. 5000.
Yeah, this is what I have to run in that game, by the way.
Yes. Perish. But
I
yeah,
just
well,
find it funny that the first freaking gift you sent me was that one dude just like careening in a tiny toy, pink tiny toy Barbie car, and it was just like a wet road. He just kept going faster and faster until he hit an edge, and just like both he and the vehicle just like this plastic vehicle just went flying.
tomahawking through the air.
Yeah. It's gonna be funny.
I know how this is probably gonna go.
Well, what I think is great is that your character, like their intro, is pretty much gonna be like, they show up and it looks like the windows of the vehicle are tinted, but in reality, it's just extremely hotboxed. So
Yeah.
they just open the window. They're just like,
Yeah, the smoke is just.
yeah.
And just stick an arm out and head out and. Hi. Get in, losers. You're going shopping.
That's the booth. Oh my god.
Yeah. Pass the booth. Okay, I'm planning to
Right.
be absolutely ridiculous with some of the stuff she's gonna call pot.
Good.
Yeah.
Also, Eric, what do you think?
And say, hey buddy, you want to rip off my fat doink?
Yeah, they're
Here, Bobby. I'll post
They're
the
human?
gummy bear.
Ooh, yes, please.
That's a question to you, Eric. This character's human, right? Okay, cool. Then I don't have to casually reshape the ear.
Coo tight.
Cool, cool.
The gummy bear. This is the gummy bear comic from a sci-fi sitting. I've ported my.
Oh, it's not the
Okay.
Haribo sugar-free ones, huh?
No, better.
Oh.
Oh, it's not uploading part 2.
Gosh, we're gonna do some quick color testing for this character.
Oh no.
I can't even look
Realization.
at any of these because my freaking Discord is still recording, so I can't.
Here,
Yeah.
you want us to voice act it?
No, it's fine. I'll see it like in I don't know, less than an hour. But I can
Oh.
imagine.
Ported my changeling over to a sci-fi setting, and since like there's not shapeshifters, so clearly he can't be a changeling anymore. And I'm like, he's just gonna use like identity theft then. He's just gonna have like 50 different virtual avatars for tax fraud. And one of them's an e-girl.
Beautiful, fantastic.
You showed me this too. That was funny.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do if you have nothing to do all day? Except apparently get high off of gummy bear edibles.
Gosh.
Horrible.
We in the campaign that Mischief was in, the actual D&D one, like fantasy one, the Dragonborn that was with us like always had a pipe with him, and he was always smoking opiates out of it.
Yeah.
And Mischief was like, "Oh, I've never smoked anything before. Mind if I sample the wares?"
Oh no.
The Dragonborn's like, yeah, sure, go for it. So he just passes the pipe down, and Mischief naturally, as someone who's never smoked a single thing in his life, is like, and he was like out. Like we had an enemy charging at us, and he's like slow blinks.
Man, they were that charged. Dang.
Yeah. He's also never like touched a single anything in his life, so
Straight edge, boring.
more like he just hasn't had the opportunity.
Mm. I'm
That is
honestly, I'm
a
just,
nerd.
I'm picturing that meme of the guy disappearing after vaping, like mid cough.
Oh my god.
Oh, that stuff kills me every time.
What, the freaking disappearing?
Yeah.
After... yeah.
Also, the way this dude coughed, you could tell he was just really hard on him. It was just, oh, oh, it's glorious. For those of you who have not seen that amazing, amazing video, it's 7 seconds. Literally just type in guys disappears after vaping in YouTube. It's mwah, mwah. It's on the Babby playlist.
You would. Heck's the air. Okay, there it is. Gosh.
Gosh, I don't personally smoke, so I worked in a it was mostly Syrian food. It was called like Middle Eastern / Mediterranean cuisine of restaurant, but it also had hookah pipes you could rent on the patio. So naturally, as someone who doesn't smoke, like a small baby, I had to go up to like literally any other waitress and be like, "Hey, can you light mine for me?" Every time. Baby need a light.
Help, baby want smoke?
Because like we have to get them started for customers. They have like the little plastic things you can put in them, like in the pipes themselves, so you don't get your lips on them. So you'd get one and like start it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to get a few puffs out of it before it actually gets going.
Oh no.
Yeah. So every time I was like, "Baby needs smoke."
I need to get the eyes as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's apparent with me, but I do. And when I first started out, it was rough. I'm talking eye streaming, just coughing for 5 minutes.
Gosh.
remember the
Have you
first
ever
time I
been to a hookah lounge?
So I've been to a hookah lounge once.
Mhm.
I smoke. I live in a state where a certain felony recreational drugs are okay. So yeah, that's what I typically do. Hookah's fine. It's just not my thing. It makes me jittery.
Yeah.
You
I
don't really
asked
get
because like
anything
we used to
from
have.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just sit there and vibrate.
We used to so like we had all these different flavors, which is the reason I ask, because I was wondering if you ever had like multiple flavors, because sometimes at the end of the night the if people didn't finish their pipes, the rest of the waitresses would just make like hookah jungle juice. Where it's like, I wonder what flavors of tobacco everybody got. Oh well. Won't know because it's all one now.
Oh no. Yeah, I do have to be careful with hookah bars though, because some of them have like mint ones, and I
Yeah.
will die if I am exposed to mint.
Ooh.
Straight up, like a particle of it in the air, and I will go into anaphylactic shock and will need my EpiPen and a trip to the ER.
Yikes.
Yeah, it stinks. I can't brush my teeth with normal toothpaste. It's lemon flavored.
That is something I was always like super conscious of when I worked in restaurants was like allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Like people would be like, so remember that trend where like nobody wanted to eat bread? So they'd all say like, "Oh, I'm gluten
Gluten
free."
intolerant, yeah.
Yeah. So like people would say that and then I'd have to like stop and glance up from my little book and be like, "Are you allergic to gluten or do you just not want the bread?" And like 9 times out of 10 they're like, "Oh no, I just don't want the bread." Because like if we got someone who is gluten intolerant, like there's so much prep that goes on the same board that we cut bread on, then we'll do the vegetables and stuff. So and like the fryer, if we put
Mhm.
bread stuff in the fryer, so like the one time I got someone who actually had celiac, I had to like scrub the board down like super clean and then do all new veggies and everything because our veggies might have come into contact with bread
Mm-hmm.
and like stuff like that. So like it's a process which I never minded doing. Like if someone was really allergic, like I would religiously scrub everything because I never wanted anybody to get sick. I was just
Mhm.
like, please don't say you're allergic if you're not because I promise I won't put bread in your salad.
Well, it's stupid. If it was any other, oh, I have peanut allergies.
Mhm.
Do you really have peanut allergies, or do you just not like peanuts?
Mhm.
Like, just say what you mean. Nobody's gonna be angry at you if you're like, hey, I don't want bread.
Mhm.
And if you have to shove the I don't eat gluten thing in there, just say it. Don't appropriate some stupid that thing that just makes me upset. Is somebody who has like horrible food allergies, like
Mhm.
cuz yeah, I can't eat mint because I will die, and I'm also allergic to mangoes. Their skin has the same chemical, like very trace amounts of the same chemical that poison ivy and stuff has in it to make it itchy.
Mhm.
And so if I eat mango, my mouth will look like I've just rubbed a poison ivy leaf all over it.
Yeesh.
Which is funny because I have no problem with poison ivy. I have rolled around in that stuff and poison sumac and poison oak for, you know, a while and no effect. But mangoes, the king of fruit, the most delicious, tasty
Not allowed.
fruit. Yeah, no, not allowed. I don't get nice things. Angie.
I remember you telling me about that, and then you still were just like, God, I want some right now. I was like, but you.
Look, I'll eat mangoes a handful of times a year when I know I don't have to go out for a couple days, and it is worth it every time.
That's how my future brother-in-law is with shrimp. He figured out he's allergic to shrimp. He breaks out in a rash, but like every time we see him at a family get together, if there's shrimp, he like visibly debates it, and then he'll eventually like skulk up and start eating like a shrimp at a time.
Until they reach like their tolerance level?
Yeah, until it starts
Until
to
it-
get the tingles.
You gotta be careful with that, man. You
I
keep
know.
eating it, it could get worse. Which is why I try not to eat mango more than like once or twice a year. God forbid my favorite food kills me. I'm fine without mint though. Stuff tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Gorsh.
Yeah, I'm not terribly fond of mint either. Although sometimes I'm like cooking recipes and it's like mint and I'm like, ooh, do, mm, dewy.
It does stink though, because I feel like it'd be pretty good as like a addition, as like a spice and herb. But I can't eat a lot of international food because they just put mint all up in there. Ugh. Stinky doo doo.
Stinky doo doo.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That green hair.
You know, the green hair.
Yeah. The green hair.
Ugh, no, just gonna leave it that dollar color. Freaking brighten it up. It's gonna drive me crazy because it's not gonna look good.
Stinky caca poo poo.
Stinky papa poo poo doo doo.
Yeah, doo doo.
Doo doo.
Oh, wow. I am gonna have to hop off a little early though today. I have a bit of dialogue to work through, and hopefully my internet will hold up.
Oh, good luck with that, bull.
Yeah. I hope it does. These games are bi-weekly, and I was so excited to play today. Because all my other D&D games got canceled.
Well, you know what? Now you're gonna have something extra to look forward to bi-weekly, so.
Heck yeah. It'll be great. But anyway, it's nice talking to you guys. See y'all later.
Happy.
Yeah. Bye.
Gonna add like this off-white trim. I think that'll look pretty nice. Yeah, it looks good. Now I need to add in the pouches. But I think I'm just gonna gimmick it for a little bit and just do this. Just for general placements. Let's just go over that again. Yep, work smarter, not harder. If you're able to kind of like cheat your way around, then just do it. There we go. That's a pretty good visual, I feel. Crack my my fingies a little. What are you up to, Kat?
Nothing much. Just chilling like a villain. One of my friends just sent me an image. It's a jar of baby food. It says ghost pepper flavor, baby's first heart attack.
God. Baby's first heart attack?
Yeah.
Did you link it?
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, send it to me. Just put it in the
Okay.
chat.
Is a Discord link gonna work in the chat?
No, in the other chat, in our chat, the kitty cat chat.
Oh.
Just drop it there. No. Ghost pepper Gerber food. Baby's first heart. No. Terrible. Alright, well. I think so far these three concepts are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm really digging this daddy vampire though.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what
Aw.
what a lad. It's like, boy, get good. It's like, my name is blah blah blah. It's like,
Boy.
boy. Yeah. Just like freaking yeet like a baby food bottle of ghost peppers.
You're gonna yeet haul.
Gosh. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good start.
He's like, I'm from Texas, and as you can see, no worm is a match for me.
No. Jeez. Let's put this in there. Turn that off. Turn that blue. Let's bring it down. I can at least get started on the line work for this. Which brush do I want? No. No. Could go with Friendens. Friendens isn't a bad one to start with. It is a massive brush though.
Ooh, mantis shrimps.
Mantis shrimps?
Mantis shrimps.
Oh. Why are you gonna eat them?
Maybe. You're gonna pick a fight with one. But they punch hard, so I gotta be careful.
How are you gonna fight it?
I'm gonna punch back.
With what?
My
Your
fist.
noodle arms?
Yeah.
Oh my. Gosh, I love inking with Frienden brushes. It's like nice block shapes.
I'm just like fascinated. In a
What?
slight state of awe here watching you ink.
How so?
I'm just lines. Pasty.
They're alright. There's nothing too crazy about them.
Except the
This brush is
compliment.
very hard. I don't think I can
Well, take a
soften
softer
it too
brush.
much either. No, it's just like it's not bad. It's just like it like when you draw in it, it's meant to be looked at from super far away.
Mm-hmm.
So working in high res is not a bad thing. So you can see like this is like 50% right now, and the like you can't see like the super hardness of the lines, but the moment I start zooming in, you can kind of see the bit of jaggedness that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And this will happen with like any of the edges of the brush, like if I don't go in straight lines and stuff. But yeah, it's fine. It's forgiving enough. I still enjoy it. Yeah, the way I like to ink is minimal undo if I can. Yeah, that's how I learned.
Like ink with purpose the first go.
Yeah.
I've definitely had to get out of the undo habit because like I've done that myself where like I'll just get stuck in almost a loop
Mm-hmm.
where it's like line control Z, line control Z, line control Z. And then like you do it so many times that you end up wasting like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right now, the only thing my fingers are on, like in the keyboard, is the letter C.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do this, and then I can do this. And because the brush is so large, it already like behaves as an eraser. But yeah. And like if I need to undo, like I did right there, then I'll do it. Just because I know like I can correct it really quickly if I need to. I don't know, it's just about knowing like what you need to do, if at all. Then it's okay like if your lines aren't perfect, like perfectly lined up, because you're going to be working at uh like you'd be able to like zoom out and just because ideally when you're like uh using this like as a token or whatever, it's not going to be like this freaking close. Your token will probably be like around here or so, so it's like the details are for the zoom in, but you also want to have like your lines thick enough. So then it's more easily visible and readable in its small form.
Yeah.
You know, as a token. There's just like the things I have to keep in mind more or less, but I don't always. Sometimes I do.
I honestly like when I draw, I have a little navigator at the bottom corner.
Yeah.
Just because that's how the program's laid out, and honestly, it's kind of really handy for exactly that, where I can actually just look at that to see like, oh hey, how's this token gonna look when it's 10 times smaller?
Well, at that point, I would do this. Let me see if I can. I don't want to save that. Shoot. If I can remember how to do this. Window. Canvas. I think it's this one. There we go. And then I could just do this like that, and then just decrease his size like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. And then everything I do here is you know, it's going to be reflected on there when I'm done making the marks.
Yeah.
So it's like it's useful to do that. Don't always, but when I do, it helps. Yeah, I don't always do that just because like I normally have like the character reference over there. But
Yeah.
in terms of like, oh well, I'm inking, then yeah, I could turn it on. Why not? It's like nice little tidbits to know for the program that some people know in other programs, and that's okay. As you know, as long as it works for you.
It's definitely something I've encountered too, where people are like, "Oh, how do you do this thing?" And I'm like, "Well, in the program I use, it's easier for me to do this, but it might be different in your program."
Mm-hmm.
I closed out the stream and come back. There we go.
Eh?
I closed out the stream. Cry. There we go. Um, but yeah, like I use a free one. I need to get into using Clip Studio because I own it. I just like using my free one too. Um,
Your
but
fire alpaca.
Fire Alpaca, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like it because like people can be like, "Oh, what do you use?" And I can be like, "Oh, it's Fire Alpaca. Don't worry, you don't have to pay like $500 a year for it here."
Mm-hmm.
But the bucket tool in Fire Alpaca is like really really good. But in like Photoshop, the bucket tool kind of sucks and you can't do a lot with it. So
This is true.
like you have to do the lasso fill trick. So like when I color, I just drop a bunch of colors with the bucket tool because it works more like the lasso fill in my program. But in someone else's program, if they use a different program, it's not going to be the same. So
Right.
that's kind of where like the discretion comes in.
No, I get that. I get that for sure.
But it is also handy just to like see what other people do to like broaden your horizons. Because there's definitely things I've done in the past where I was doing like the super, super long way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched other people work and I'm like, oh, wait, I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Like I said, smarter, not harder. I gotta freaking flip the canvas and do this. Yeah, that's better.
That's another thing I've learned is flipping the canvas to make it easier on yourself. Speaking of smarter, not harder. I didn't for the longest time. I was just like stubborn and not listening to anybody else. And they're like, flip your canvas, flip your canvas, flip your canvas. I'm like, no, I can do it. Well, then I'd spend like 20 minutes trying to get the right line at an odd angle. And it turns out you can just flip it to where you're more comfortable. Bada bing, bada boom, and it's done.
Yeah.
I say as if I've fallen out of the habit and don't have to wait till I've failed it for 20 minutes before I think to flip the canvas.
It'll be like that sometimes though. Like
Yeah.
it's a trained habit, so what a fabulous vinegar daddy. Wow. I shouldn't call him that. this area over here needs to be a little looser. Have that break up in that space. There we go. Just zoom out and do the easy thing here. Just black that in. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just a little over here. Missing a section here. Just do that in by hand because it's so tiny. That doesn't matter. Yeah, if I really wanted to do like black ink style, I would just go down like around here and stuff. That means I have to do the same thing here. Like, it's like going in manually and just adjusting shit. But then that's what coloring's for. So, you know, I don't have to go too hard into his line work. So that's also a nice bonus. But I am going into sections. So then one, we have like that bit of detail. But two, it makes like ease when it comes to coloring. Because then I don't have to struggle as much with, you know, getting the palette to do what I need it to do. Because it's like, oh, like I don't want to do all the shading. Well, that's what the line works for. I can do a little bit here and then a little bit in the coloring. Like if I really wanted to, I could just like blacken like this entire area and just like, you know, do that manually, but I'm not going to because it's going to be done in coloring.
Yeah.
But I'm going to darken that in.
A little bit of spot blacking is pretty sexy.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm going to do a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. That's good, that's good. Spot blacking. Sexy. Do a bit of wrinkles around his mouth so we can get like, you know, he's kind of like this grin snarl, like
yeah.
I mean, we get that he's doing it, but like, you know, you want to feel it in the line work. Let me just... Yeah, that looks good. Patting myself on the back at this point. Just do a little bit of wild hair. Like right around here. Trying to figure out like how to deal with like this space over here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Guy has like the energy of like my blood is vinegar, but I'm ready to like drop kick my child at any point in time. That's a funny type of energy, I feel. Increase the eye size here. What, to drop kick his kid? He needs that energy.
Who else is gonna drop kick his kids if he doesn't?
What if his kids drop kick themselves?
Then they're really taking up the mantle.
Yeah, his hat needed some wear and tear, I feel. That's good. Yeah, this is pretty good looking, I feel.
Yeah.
Let's just do some teeth detailing here. Maybe like some in like the background a little. Or just to show that that's where his teethies are in the back. Yeah. I could maybe like give him like traditional vampire fangs, like or like Nosferatu, it's like it looks silly.
I hate the Nosferatu fangs so much.
Yeah. Give him book too. No. I think this is a good spot to stop on for him. Then I could just give him his colors. In fact, like his color palette's still right here, so all I have to do is just realign it, and I pretty much would be done. Smarter, not harder. Yay. But yeah, you can already see like I was going through the motions. That's why I did the coloring kind of partially ahead of time. So then it just makes it a lot faster for me to, do the whole process. And blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do it this way, though. I mean, everyone works in their own method that's best for them. But this is best for me.
Yeah.
And I personally love messing with the lasso fill. It just makes it so much faster, in my opinion. It's not the cleanest, but it's faster. And if I need to clean up the edges, then I could, still use the lasso fill, but in kind of eraser format, or what have you. But yeah.
Well, again, depending on the resolution, it'll get overtaken.
Yeah, that too. God, he
like,
looks really good, actually. I'm good. I pat myself on the back. I actually feel really happy about this one. I don't say that for a lot of my pieces, like off the bat. Mm-hmm. Like when it gets to post production, then I'm like, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. But when I'm at this stage where it's like, wow, this turned out really good. I think it's just because I like grungy, vinegary characters like this. So, yeah.
This look really good.
Yeah, he's terrible. Drop kicking babies. But yeah, that I feel like that's gonna conclude our stream though, because I did say it's just sort of 3 hours, and it is 9 p.m. where I am at. So, yeah. So first off, thank you for showing up and thank you for watching. If you're not following yet, feel free to follow if you like what I do and want to see more of it A. But yeah, for now I'm gonna head on off, and I'll see you guys hopefully Monday. Bye bye. Cat, say bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.